Ah, it feels like it's been forever since I've seen the light of day. Anything around us? Plenty. We have a... Oh, this is one of the 15 things that we gotta do, and this one is a scavenger hunt. Let's do the scavenger hunt first, and then we'll maybe... Oh, hold on, there's also something here. Level 43. We can do it, but is there anything else that's a little bit... There's actually a lot that's lower level. Wine Wars. Level 37. We should get back to this sometime soon. In that case... There's also something here, another contract. Oh! Big Game Hunter, level 37. Okay, let's go here, and then go here, and then maybe go up, and then wrap back around to this one. This one is a Gwent thing. Oh, it feels like it's been a while since I've done Gwent, since we've been in caves and stuff. But okay, let's not set our plans too far, because we know what happens if I do that too much. I end up not following any of it.
Go, go.
There's 15 different contracts for this one. That's kind of crazy.
Not so fast, Roach.
Are they all gonna be pretty short, or each an individual long thing? Somebody's house. It's locked. Fine, fine. You don't want me stealing your stuff? I won't.
Come on.
Did I hear someone galloping in the distance? Oh my god, there's a no, that's a boar. That's a lot of boars. Ugh. If we can just kind of escape, that would be lovely. A Cyclops! Right at an abandoned site. Oh! Oh! Calm down. I don't know what oil to use for you. Is it... Should I just look it up or should I guess? I'm guessing it's Ogroid oil. If it's not, then oh well. I don't think there's actually a way for me to tell unless if I look at the bestiary entry. Died pretty fast though, so I'm inclined to think I got it right. Whoa. You sat here meditating for so long, people came to repopulate the place. Oh, that's cool. That was a new animation for the abandoned sites, huh? A little bit odd though, because it's like, oh, well, I just killed this gigantic Cyclops. Now I'm gonna sit here for a full day. Okay, cool. And that's considered one of the contracts. 1 out of 15. Awesome! Can we collect the pay for all of them at the very end? I hope so.
You'll frighten me, kiddies.
Oh, you don't have any cats here. You're lying. So each of those 15 contracts might just be a question mark. That's nice. Unsent letter. To be delivered personally to Damien de la Tour, the Duchess's Royal Guard. Dear Commander, we the undersigned turn to you with a polite request to provide protection to our humble settlement on Cooper's Slope, for we live in fear of acts of rampage and destruction on the part of giants descending from Mount Gorgon. As recently as a week ago, one such giant attacked our Cooper's workshop, destroyed our yard, stole one of the barrels and put it on his head, as if donning a helm. Heedless to our warnings that this contradicted the item's intended use and might lead to unpredictable side effects, it then fled towards the Sans Retour River. San Retour? The ducal paper pushers refuse to believe our words, and we are afraid those monsters will kill us all in our sleep. We thank you in advance for considering our humble plea. Emilia, Carol, Jacob, Gregoire, Caroline.
You brought peace, and somehow even made our ladies more eager. 1,000 thanks, White One.
No worries. They're talking about that one that we saw in the very beginning when we first came to Toussaint, right? I imagine there aren't that many giants that take up buckets as helmets. Y'all just peacefully living around here now? Good, good, good. Redanian herbal in the barrel. Fancy, fancy. Dye solution. I really gotta go back to the dye person sometime. I'm kinda sick of wandering around with one piece of dyed armor. It's not very becoming of a master witcher, is it?
Saying you're the Duke of this, the Duke of that, you're the Duke of some tittle.
What did you say? I couldn't understand a single word. Okay, Roach. Stop mingling with the locals. We gotta go. Now the next one that's close to us is the Scavenger Hunt for Manticore Gear. Manticore is not something that we've worn at all in The Witcher 3. It seems like it might be the armor that we wore in The Witcher 1. Which, to be completely honest, I don't even remember what it looks like. Especially because I played The Witcher 1 using an enhanced mod. And I'm not sure if they changed the armor for that or not.
Wonder if I'll find anything Merton left behind here.
Okay. No beasts. It's quiet here. What is this place? It's like a maze. Oh. Hooded woman. She doesn't know I'm here yet. Oh. Oh! No! No! Oh no! It's the Alp! Oh! Oh, it's my favorite creature of all of the Witcher universe. No, 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 no. Superior moon dust? No, not the torch. Does it still have the super disgusting trypophobia thing on its chest? I don't know. Oh! She's really fast. And she jumps really high too. Oh my gosh. You can come to me. You're the one bleeding. I'm not. Well, thank you for turning your back on me, because I really didn't want to see your front. It drew a really, really long breath just now as it died. Alps. Oh, thank God for your hands. I don't want to see your chest. But look, it's still got these like little pores. I don't like it. Looked like a Bruxa, but that was no Bruxa. Fragment of a conversation between the aldermen of Falcone and a witcher. Alps are vampires that resemble Bruxae in appearance. They are called phantoms by some, a name which fits well enough, for like phantoms, they haunt and torment men. They usually take on the form of a woman, though they can also appear as animals. They are most often found prowling near villages. They attack at night and are most active when the moon is full. Alps saliva can make one fall asleep, and when applied to a sleeping man, can invoke horrible nightmares. Some suggest they are the cause of legends about men who go to sleep healthy and are found in the morning white as snow, not a drop of blood in their veins. Maybe they like to take the form of women because that's the easiest way to get men. Like we see right here, probably. A clerk. Fragment of a journal soiled with blood and spinal fluid. It portended to be just another day as a clerk at the ducal treasury. Start the morning with baguette and camembert, then shuffle some parchments and head for home before dusk. Today, however, the normal order of things was disturbed dramatically. I came across a highly interesting note in the archives, and along with it, a key. The key is the more interesting find because, according to what I could decipher from the dust-covered scribblings on the note, it opens a chest full of gold coins, but I'm getting ahead of myself. While doing some routine straightening of the files, I found a report outlining procedures for the reform of Bastogne prison, orders straight from Duke Henri Gras. We are all aware how badly this experiment ended, for the ruins of that prison to this day frighten any potential tourists with their battered skeletons and legends about howling spirits of the murdered guards. Yet I did not know that hiding among the abandoned ruins, there was a chest, and that its key was lying right under my nose. The chest supposedly contains crowns meant for the purchase of books and rations for the inmates of Bastogne. One of the clerks employed here at the time committed a sin of omission and sent the chest to the warden without the key. Yet perhaps that was for the best? The warden was impaled and the guards all skinned alive, meaning those degenerates would have also got their hands on the chest had he received the key. As it is, might the chest still be there, unopened? Folks say, a curse has fallen on that place, a dark power brought down by the bestiality of the murderers it beheld. But folk also say, an Ophiri will become emperor of Nilfgaard and herald the end of the world, so there is not much point giving any of that jabbering much credence. The Toussaint prison experiment. Ooh. Are we gonna find a bunch of people here who really complied with authority figures? This is a prison! It kinda looks like a maze from the ruins here. I don't know why I climbed all the way up here, but I could. The hidden treasure was the clerk. But the actual treasure is something else, right? Notes of a death row convict. The sun is now rising. I shall make use of its light to write this letter before they come to take me to the gallows. I do not know who shall read it, or indeed if anyone shall. Perhaps I am writing only to myself, to cast this out before my execution and cleanse my heart. Yes, I killed him. Until now, I have lied in an attempt to avoid punishment. I still believe he deserved death for what he did to me. Did I do wrong? Perhaps. Yet, he was most assuredly a bad man, one who deserved death. The gods shall make the final judgment, and they shall deliver the sentences, mine and his. I hear the guards' step. May the gods watch over my soul. There was something very bone-chilling, spine-chilling about reading a note that you know was written by someone who died shortly after they wrote it. Now, if I were a treasure, where would I hide? Perhaps right over there? Fiztech. Oh god. Formula black armor die. Black. Librarian's memoirs. I embezzled and I stole. I admit this and am ashamed of my actions. But what was I to do? My salary as a scribe was so laughably meager. I was reduced to borrowing coin from my mother. I was a thief, but I also did a great deal of good for the palace library. Who secured the import of such tomes as the Lives of the Prophets, the Hemorrhoidibus, the Art of Midwifery for Maidens, and many others? The palace library has me to thank for the storehouse of all knowledge needed for a merry and satisfied life and other rare tomes, such as the Speculum Aurum and the Larvis Sciences et Figuris Chemicis. Theft and embezzlement mean nothing. A man's true value shows in the manner in which he treats books. Do you steal money to buy books then? Work order. Huh. Order for the reorganization and reform of Bastogne prison. To the warden. By decree of His Illustrious Grace, Duke Henri III, Jacques Olex, warden of Bastogne prison, is required to implement the following reforms. Dismiss half of the prison's guard staff. Forbid the use of corporal force against the inmates. Discontinue punishment by dark cells. Limited rations and flogging. Permit the prisoners to possess private property. Allow prisoners to walk at will around the penitentiary grounds. Purchase, using the included funds, victuals of the finest quality. and hire a teacher to instruct in reading and writing and purchase any equipment necessary for said instruction. His illustrious Grace, Duke Henri III, believes these changes, based on models popular in more civilized lands of the south, will result in a lowering of the rate of crime in all of the duchy by showing young offenders a pathway to a new life. Junior Clerk, Philip Jordi Simbardo. Yeah, it sounds like the guards were being a little bit too violent with the prisoners here, just because they were guards. The Duke sounds wise, though. I wonder how long ago that was. Maybe that's something we can learn more about if we check Anna Henrietta's family history books. That guy seems to have died a lot more recently. But that seems like it's it. Not too much else here. This place isn't really being used as a prison anymore. It's completely abandoned.
Whoa there, Roach.
Oh, but that's right! I'm here for the Manticore armor. Where are you? There has to be more here. Maybe if I climb onto this little bit here? Well, it looks like somebody escaped. There you go. Steel sword. 30 Berg 1201. My fellow captive, Merton. Oh, the Witcher, who for so many months kept his neck stiff, mocked my faith in Lebiota, and praised the joys of a riotous life, today broke down completely. He admitted he had wasted his gods-given time on pleasures of the flesh, and all that he had to show for it were chains and indignities. I tried to lift his spirits, to tell him there is another path, that he can cast off his past habits and devote his life to Lebiota and his teachings. For now, my counsels have fallen on deaf ears, but I believe he will one day convert and listen to the truth. 17 Lamis, 1202. It is shocking how pleasantly I now converse with Merton. It beggars belief to think we once could not bear each other's presence. He is a man transformed, metamorphosed. I feel he has accepted his new path. He devours greedily all I tell him about Lebiota and his teachings. What rapture it is that, in this dank and dark dungeon, the prophet sent me a sinner and gave my life meaning. 43 Blythe 1203. That sounds like it's almost 1 year later. It is over. Merton has served his sentence and left these accursed dungeon walls. The teachings which I have tried to pass on to him during these last dozen months have clearly taken root. Merton has vowed to go on a pilgrimage, which will let him cast off his old ways and open the doors for a new life. As I advised, he will first go to the cave where Lebiota received enlightenment, and on whose walls he carved 4 of his great truths. I hope the aura of that place will help Merton, as it has helped many before him, achieve cleansing, and gain strength to continue his pilgrimage on to his next station, which I advised him should be...
Notes in the journal suggest that straight out of prison, Merton went to the legendary cave. Lebiota was supposed to have hunkered down there once. That's my next destination.
Do you know where it is? It's so famous that even though it wasn't written down, you know? Whoa, that's far. Okay, well, we'll go there eventually. For now, though, let's continue on over here. Another one of those 15 contracts. This one we'll leave alone for now because the level is a little bit higher. Curious, though, because it's an island all by itself. Is that a forktail? Don't think we want to get near that. Now, how do I get down here? Here we go. Let's go, Roach. Oh, look at these sloping hills. Can we ignore that forktail? You're not really hurting anybody right this moment, so I don't feel like I have to kill you. It's so green. No, it's seen me. Do you really want to follow me, though? Oh my god, boars. You know, speaking of boars, in Hearts of Stone, We only saw boars one time.
Something's seriously wrong here.
And that was it. Level 47 rates. Are we gonna be okay? I'm a little bit scared. Oh, it came out. Hey, don't touch Roach. Don't touch Roach, okay? I'll come to get you now. I was thinking that I really want to go back and try some of the alternate modes for the signs. Remember how we used to have that really cool art one? I want that back. So when I do my points later, that's probably gonna be something I'm gonna try to focus on. Is that a wraith? What is that? Spriggan! Spriggan! Have I fought a Spriggan before? Oh, I don't think so. Whoa! This thing is humanoid, but it's like twice my size. My gosh. Maybe fire would be good? Since you look kind of woody. And we got some of the freezing effects going on. This guy can teleport around pretty freely, but he's still pretty slow, despite being able to do that. Oh. Leshen resin. This guy's related to Leshens then, huh? Oh no. Oh. Spriggan. I was gathering berries, as one does this time of year, when suddenly the tree shook and I saw this thing. Spriggans are a subspecies of the monsters known as Leshens. One is liable to come across them in inaccessible, unfrequented woodlands. They usually do not attack humans, if unprovoked, but when irritated they can be quite fearsome, and, as they possess considerable strength, they are capable of doing great damage. Their appetite is such that they can devour more flesh than an army at a wedding. Even though you look like you should be vegetarian? Really? Each Spriggan has mastery over plants, and is inextricably tied to them. Thus, if someone destroys greenery in its domain, it immediately comes to punish the disturber. Oh. At least this guy didn't summon any wolves around him. Oh.
Welcome to Toussaint.
Cleaning up the dead bodies. Charlotte's diary.
Drink! Give me a drink!
Meticulously kept journal. The last dozen or so pages are written in a nervous hand on tear-warped paper. I'm slowly losing hope the truth will ever get to Francois, that he will ever truly disappear from my life. All my desperate pleas fall on deaf ears, all my entreaties, my begging him to leave me, to leave us alone. I was so foolish and naive to believe he might drop out of sight after he saw Albert and me together. I agreed to meet him for one last conversation. I wanted to explain to him, in no uncertain terms, I cannot marry him, and for him to let me go. But I got drunk, and his eyes, there was this touching sadness in them. He'd brought me a purse of jewels as an offering. I poured them out onto the ground and covered them with dirt, saying I will marry him when they sprout into vines. Francois, he didn't understand, but at least he agreed to leave me alone for the rest of the day. Through the window I see a storm is brewing, and rain will soon begin to pour. Dogs howl to the moon, and cats have begun their nighttime serenades. This will be a difficult night, and I feel a strange unease. Could it be this is not the end of the story? I thought it was just a simple love story, but the end here...
Ah!
Does that mean that that's either Albert or Francois then? Hmm. Grapes! We haven't seen very much yet, but just based off our little bits of exploration here, it feels like the random little notes.
Wonks, sluggards, skivers.
The little notes in Blood of Wine are higher quality than the ones in Heart of Stones. Hearts of Stone. Because back in the Hearts of Stone, they were all pretty much about the Order of the Flaming Rose, right?
Smell that? Welcome to Toussaint.
But so far, the ones here are pretty varied.
My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my
Can I do something for you?
No, just give me all your grapes, please. Thank you. And that's one more place liberated. Awesome. Now, do we want to check out this place here? Because I feel like it's kind of suspicious. Oh, look at the land here. Is it meant for harvesting crops? It seems like it's in a special pattern. Let's have a really quick look at the building over here.
Where are you rushing to?
Oh. Well, that's not Melitele or Lebioda. A wine goddess. We gotta leap the wall. No, no wild dogs. No, thank you. Please, no. Why you gotta be like this? Whoa, you're gigantic.
Damn.
Fort Astra Ruins. So there is something here. Have these dogs always been this big? Dang. I never noticed. Once upon a time, the Lord of Epicea mounted a steed and vowed to complete a full circuit around the castle, riding atop its walls. Sadly, he did not fulfill his oath and instead plummeted to his doom after a few paces. Cunigund, his beautiful daughter, swore that day she would only marry the man who could finish her father's deed. Many a stripling lad lost his life attempting to fulfill that comely maid's cruel condition. When finally one succeeded, he surveyed the carnage she had wrought and decided she was unworthy of his affections. Realizing with despair how despicably she had acted, Cunigund threw herself from the castle walls, dying smashed against the rocks below, like so many of her unfortunate suitors. And her father. Oh no, that's pretty tragic. Which castle walls? Anybody here? If there's a marker, I feel like there's at least gotta be some maybe scavenger items or something here. Oh, Toussaint armor. How's our weight doing? No, pretty good, pretty good. We can still explore for a little bit more without going back to a shop. Oh. No, that's the flowers. I thought I saw something glowing red. Nope. Paper chase. Oh, has it been 7 days already? The guy's gonna give me my money? He better. Looks like we have our work cut out for us once we get back to Toussaint. Doesn't actually seem like there's too much here besides complete ruins. No bandits taking up this area because it's abandoned anyway. I guess not. Maybe this has to do with how Toussaint is generally pretty rich, so there's not really a need for people to go live at abandoned places. Okay. Yeah, this castle is pretty tall. I'm trying to see where the riding took place, but I'm guessing maybe like that's part of the track? But then half the castle's gone, so we don't even know what the full track is. Okay. Cool, cool. Now we'll get back and head for the level 37 quest on this side. Big Game Hunter. What's this one about again? Unusual contract notice. Someone was seeking the aid not of some unnamed witcher, but specifically of the witcher named Geralt of Rivia. The notice listed no other details. Oh. Sounds like it could be a trap. I'm pretty well known, but I don't think it's all good stuff. For example, the whole Butcher of Blaviken thing. So this could be revenge from somebody I've wronged a long time ago. Just like that guy at the Knight's Tourney. That Order of the Flaming Rose guy? I don't even remember who that guy is, but he was so intent on trying to beat me up. Oh, look at these rolling hills. Wow. Hey, are you a merchant? If you're a merchant...
Salutations.
Oh, you're a fake one. Let me just meditate very quickly here. I'm a little bit out of potions. Shuchot Cave? To listen to the old folks' jabber, this place was once home to Wispus, a woodland witch eager to help any in need. When Wispus peered into a certain knight's heart, she saw that it was black and refused him aid. The knight reacted with wrath and burned the witch alive in her cave. Soon afterward, the knight went mad and killed himself, claiming he was tortured by a strange voice whispering in his ear that no one else could hear. The Wispus Whispers. She was right, though. If you had that kind of wrath in you, then your heart really was black.
You make mountains out of molehills, Vilmar. I shall be better than fine.
I must insist, Count. You'll be much the safer with us at your side.
Balderdash.
Count, if I may, I believe Vilmar's in the right. There's no knowing what lurks in these wilds.
Vintner's contracts?
Come evening, I'm off to the bells, quick as a flash.
Somebody looking for my help again.
Lads, I find your concern touching, I do. Yet I've long awaited this day. So, you must forgive me, but I shall go through with it as planned. Ah! It seems my guide has arrived.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, White Wolf. I presume you saw my notice? Foolish question. You're here, thus you must have seen it. Forgive me. I should
No
introduce
reply.
myself. Count Beledal, a great admirer of your deeds.
Thanks. Not something we witchers hear often.
But Count, sir, do you mean to go off with just this witcher? A right hardy fellow he is, no ponce, I'm sure. But your expedition's too risky on the whole. And not taking us with you's, pardon my saying it, right daft.
You exaggerate, Vilmar. I believe I can manage to survive half a day without someone there to wipe me arse in my stead. My guards lament, Witcher, but you must forgive them. Now, to get down to brass tacks, as you've no doubt gleaned from the notice, I've a rather extraordinary proposition for you. I'm a lover, Witcher, of nature. A devotee of the wild. And Toussaint is home to several species not encountered elsewhere. I'd like you to accompany me on an expedition whose aim is to preserve them.
Like taxidermy?
Ah, yes. Naturally, you'll protect me should the need arise. My ever-vigilant guards, see, will report any reckless behaviour to my wife if I get so much as a scratch. And then woe will be me.
Okay, but I usually kill beasts. I'm not really a bodyguard.
Count Beledal? Famous poultry farmer, is that it?
Well, that was my grandpapa. Dear man. But my trade is the wine trade. I import the finest vintages to Kovir, my homeland. The very reason for my frequent visits to Beauclair, during which I like to, partake of nature, let us say.
Really need a witcher to, partake? Got guards of your own. Take them, save some coin.
I could, surely. But they too deserve a bit of rest, relaxation. Right, lads? Besides, I've plenty of coin. Coin that needs spending. Who dares stop me?
So this is about a rich man, bored stiff, seeking thrills.
There's also Clarissa, who...
Vilmar, please.
Who what?
My daughter. I always return from my travels with some souvenir or another. She looks forward to them tremendously. But we did not meet to chat about my family. We must discuss our venture, must we not?
You know, it's kind of crazy that this random ass side quest with this random person giving me some task, they start talking about their daughter in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we already know this, like 170 videos into the series, but the dialogue is really quite something else in The Witcher.
Need some details before I can say anything. Where are we going? What am I supposed to do exactly?
In the roundest terms, we shall admire the local flora and fauna. And while we do, I might preserve a thing or two.
Preserve?
Of this device, see? A parastysamac.
What?
It captures...
Oh!
likenesses.
A Paris as to what?
It's like a movable megascope, capturing moments, transforming them into illusions, based upon which I then paint a painting.
So, you want me with you, looking at animals and flowers and...
Well, that's more or less what it amounts to, yes. Except you will first have to track down the creatures I wish to capture. I know only the very approximate locations of their habitats. Well, and should any trouble arise, we'll have your sword at the ready, right? So, agreed?
Pictures! It's way better than taxidermy.
Pretty unusual contract.
I couldn't agree more, yes. And I'm prepared to pay a commensurately high fee.
Don't mind if we actually talk about exactly how high that'll be first, do you?
Why ever would I? Please, simply tell me how much you wish to receive.
You named me specifically, and you said you could pay a high fee.
Sublime!
Oh!
With a deal!
Lovely!
Doesn't seem hard. Be glad to do something pleasant for a change.
Sublime. In that case, here's your map. Before coming here, I dispatched requests to several local hunters. They located the habitats of the species of interest to me and marked out their ranges on the map.
Good thinking. It'll save us some time. Won't need to track. Ready to go?
Yes, let's. The light seems perfect just now.
Sublime. Oh, wow. It's like an OG Oculus Rift. Where the heck are we? Oh, that's the town that we were just at, right? The abandoned site? I think? I don't know.
My hand shakes so bad.
Seems I got the map, so I'll lead.
Okay. The Panther's lair and the Giant Centipede's
Wouldn't you
lair.
rather be out here with those guards of yours?
You jest. It's deliverance to emerge from under their wings. Believe me, they're overprotective. Oppressively so. I wish to admire the wildlife, preserve it. Not watch them kill it in a fit of misguided fear for my life.
What if the wildlife attacks us?
Then we shall have no other recourse. I do not wish to be something supper. Do you? But as long as they remain calm, we've no need to provoke them. It's of the utmost importance to me, in fact.
Well, glad to hear that. You're a lover of nature. I tried riding Roach just now, but it didn't let me. I don't know why the Count's not bringing a horse with him. Feel like it would make things a bit easier. You're still here, right? Oh dear. Is that a bear?
Map says there's something panthers around here hunting. Stay close. Keep your eyes peeled like a bear.
One request, Witcher. Avoid bloodshed, if at all possible.
Avoid bloodshed. Let's try to wrap around then. You gotta follow my lead. These bears could be pretty aggressive. We gotta stay out of their range. Oh. Oh.
Hear that? Panthers.
Frankly, I did not hear a thing. Clearly, your senses are far more acute than mine. I must rely on them.
You see them? Close enough for you? We're in the circle.
Damn poachers. Snares. Looks like they were hoping for a bear. Panther got caught instead.
Look, a cub. Will you help the mother?
Give it a shot. Gotta calm her first. Likely to lunge at us otherwise.
Brilliant. You freeing her. A superb image.
Okay, we'll stand still. Calm down, little one.
And folk call witches heartless. This will put the lie to that. Oh my! I failed to warn you. Apologies. The Parasticimac has an added lantern. You must look away or it'll blind you.
Parasticimacs upset the animals. Better get out of here.
You got your picture, right?
Bye, poaching. I'm content you share my love for animals.
Oh, there's even more traps here. Can we disable them somehow? Yes. Trap disarmed. There's another one here. Huh. It's kind of weird that we never saw traps up until now, huh? Even though we know of so many hunters around everywhere. Be careful, little rabbits. There's traps around here.
Got pretty broad interests for a man of the city.
I suppose I dabble in my share of things. Wine, nature, painting. I imagine the life of a witcher must be rather more monotonous. With all due respect.
It is. Never boring, though.
I, for one, cannot fathom only ever consorting with the same creatures, day in and day out.
Got a wife?
Yes? What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing. Just asking.
I was just gonna say, the only same creature we ever consort with are humans, not monsters. We gotta find giant centipedes.
Shh. Hear him.
It's those...
Centipedes. Giant. Underground tunnel burrowers. Make a distinct sound. We can use that to track them.
This might be kinda hard because if it comes out, it's automatically aggressive towards us, right? So how are we gonna do this? Hey guy, you might not want to walk in front of me. Am I following a little bit too closely? It's not coming up at all. Maybe it's gonna try to eat the deer or something. Where are you going? I'm scared to run because I feel like it's gonna freak out. But realistically, it's probably already noticed that someone's walking near it, right? Oh!
Sounds loud and clear here. Must be near the nest. We're here.
Well, this vantage point's no good. I shan't capture a good image from here.
All right, wait. We'll find you a better spot that's safe, too. Tread lightly. Giant centipedes sense the softest sounds, the lightest vibrations. You wake one up, it wakes up angry.
Find a place with a good view of the lair. Well, we have the lair here, but if they don't come out... How about here? Up on the hill? It's a pretty nice clearing.
How about here?
I don't know. Isn't it a bit close?
Right. We'll find another spot.
Okay. Do you want me to provoke it on purpose then? This spot sucks. There's too many trees. Or maybe if you stand on the edge here?
Seems like a safe spot.
Safe, perhaps. But it offers no view whatsoever.
Fine, we'll keep looking.
He's right, I do agree. We gotta go towards the other side. This spot is fine. If you want to be a good photographer, you gotta be willing to take the risks. How many people stand in the same spot for hours on end just to get that one perfect picture? Your invention is not something that everybody has, right? So you might be the first photographer in history.
Here, maybe. Distance seems right. Light's not bad either.
Yes, this will work perfectly. Can you lure them out?
Give me a minute. Need to think. Vibrations. Gotta send some through the ground. I'll try tossing a bomb or casting a sign. And you watch out. Don't get any closer.
I don't really want to hurt it though, right? He doesn't want me to kill. So maybe it's best if I can use a northern wind bomb. Something that'll just disable it, but won't really hurt it. Whoa!
An excellent day for capturing moments.
Oh! Go! Oh!
Thank you. Truly magnificent that was. We can move on now.
Wow.
Exhilarating. Positively exhilarating. Thank you. I've one more request. Local peacocks performing their mating ritual. I'd love to see that. Apparently, a flock dwells not far from here.
We can go. Just don't count on peeping at them while they mate. Season ended a month back.
Oh, that's terrible. I so wish to capture their splendorous tails in full bloom. Is there nothing you can do if they prove uneager to present? Perhaps challenge them somehow? Goad them?
What did you have in mind? Don't have a tail myself, and I'm not likely to sprout one anytime soon.
My thoughts were more along the lines of witcher magic. They say you can exert influence over lesser creatures.
Yeah, guess I can try. Can't promise you anything, though.
Splendid. Consider me contented. I cannot pinpoint the flock's location, but a hunter I know told me a few likely spots. I'll mark them for you.
All right. Let's go find some peacocks.
Okay, we can't do that. But if I goad them, they're just gonna get angry. They're not gonna wanna mate. That's not how that works, right?
I was wondering, why peacocks?
My daughter is rather fond of them. There will be a treat for her.
What was with the hesitation?
We're close. Eyes in the back of your head.
We know she wants souvenirs. What? Is that how a peacock sounds like? Odorous peacock feather.
A feather from the rump, coated in suet. Cock shed it recently and the suet's got a distinct scent. Ought to be able to track the flock.
A witcher in action. What a treat to watch.
Should be making you pay more. I think even without the feather, we can find them. What is that sound? It sounds like a baby or like a kitten. How bizarre. I've never heard a peacock before. I don't know, I always just imagine that they sound like chickens or something. But that's clearly not the case. Gosh, we saw so many random peacocks walking around before, but now when you want to look for one, they're nowhere to be found. Okay, all we're finding are these feathers. We gotta follow the tracks properly. This way? That's a bunch of deer.
Shh. Hear that? They're calling to each other.
Fabulous. We're getting close.
Oh my god, I love this! It's like we're a part of a nature documentary.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, if they could just splay the tails.
See what I can do. Find a good spot.
Ready? Use your magic, Witcher!
Okay. Hopefully it'll work. Sorry, buddies. Oh, wow. Did I get the one in the bush? Oh, I kind of feel bad for doing this. This is very against nature. Hey guys, don't run away. They're all running away. That's 2. Is that 3? Oh, they're so cute. They sound so cute.
Oh, this'll be a masterpiece! Smile, please!
Oh, I think I actually that guy.
Giant centipedes. Damn it.
Oh,
Where
what?
did they come from?
Must have followed us. Get back.
Where?
Ah! Geralt! Save me!
Calm down, we'll be okay.
Ah! Geralt!
Easy pickings. Should I take a picture of that?
All over now.
Whew, that was tense. I believe I've had my fill of excitement for today.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Stressful for me to take you around too.
What a wonderful adventure.
Get everything you wanted?
Yes.
In that case, time to get back to your camp.
That was wonderful.
Returning your lord to you, safe and sound.
You've our gratitude, Master.
You see, lads, there was nothing to fear.
Thank you, Witcher, for looking after our dear Count. Seems the jaunt did him wonders. Breathed some new life into him.
Wait here a moment, Geralt. I have to fetch my coin pouch. Pay my dues.
New life? He was feeling down?
Made no mention, did he?
His daughter?
10 years back, his last, Clarissa's her name, took a spill off her horse. Been bedridden ever since. Cannot walk of her own. She'd been the life of the house before the calamity. A merry sprite what filled every corner with joy. Count would oft take her out on trips. She loved animals too. Excursions he makes now, or rather paintings he brings home. They's her only window on the wider world.
Sorry to make you wait. I was dead chuffed to be able to observe you in action. To confirm for myself there that the tales about you were not exaggerated in the slightest. You showed discipline, reliability, responsibility. I dare say you'd make the ideal business associate. It's a shame you've no interest in the wine trade.
I didn't say
One
that.
day, maybe.
Your reward. Use it well.
Thanks.
I've one other matter I wish to broach. In a few days' time, I shall exhibit my work for some friends, my coterie, so to speak. Would you come by?
Hey, I'm pretty sure he paid me less than what I asked for just now. I asked for 297, right? He gave me 240. What's going on? By the way he said it, I thought he was gonna throw in a bonus too. Gosh. But okay, I do want to see your pictures.
Why not, if I'm in the area?
Splendid. In that case, I shall see you at my lodgings. I'm staying with a friend while in Toussaint, near a village named Francolar.
I'll be by.
Francolar.
See ya.
I've sweat dripping down my bum.
So they really didn't need to add in the portion about the daughter in this quest, and I still would have loved it. But they did, and that alone gave it a deeper layer.
To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
Because now it's gone from a man loving nature to a touching story about a dad wanting to show his daughter the world. Excellent, excellent. Accounts ledger. Order for wine from Toussaint. Oh, it's this guy's wine trade? This person hasn't paid yet. Master Bouvard. Note, take an additional demijohn of Urvalus for Master Boivard's wife, as thanks for her magical ointment for Clarissa. Yeah, see, this guy's always thinking about his daughter. If we had just picked up that leisure, that would have meant nothing to us. But because we did it after the quest, then we get this additional context. Distinguished Count, as you ordered, we have found out where the creatures of interest to you live. All the places are marked on the map attached to the package. Notwithstanding, I feel obliged to warn you against approaching any of the dwelling places without an experienced hunter, or hunters, and at least several weapons. In the month in which you intend to travel to the duchy, panthers are caring for their young, while centipedes are particularly active gathering stores of fat tissue before winter. As head of the Guild of Local Hunters and Trackers, I recommend taking a guide from our organization. Please let us know if you're interested. I shall personally make sure that your escort is made up of the best and most experienced people. With expressions of deep respect, Olivier de la Braga. I wonder why he wanted me specifically. I know I'm famous, but it seems like these people wanted to help him too. So I'm not sure why he was so into me.